welcome. Uh-oh. Okay, good.
Hey.
Hello. What up, Todd and Larry?
Was that a Larry the cucumber?
No, we just call, his name just happens to be Larry, so.
But the way you said it sounded. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Veggie Tales.
Yeah.
What up, Cam? What up, Finn? Hello, wife. This Offends Me TV is Todd, by the way. You know of Todd.
This Offends Me TV.
That's
Todd. Let's go.
What up, Bars, aka Humanity? Oh, your meeting got canceled? Well, welcome. Hello, Miss Phoenix.
Hello, Binks Lafroy's Groys.
I am Skeem. We got a lot of questions we're going to be getting through tonight, everybody, like almost 100. But we're going to wait for a few more people to show up, and I need to put the chat behind you because for some reason it's in front of you.
Did you say 100 questions?
I said near 100.
Near 100. Yeah, we answered 3.
Yeah, we've answered like 3 of them.
In the video that we made.
Yeah, and we got a lot more to go.
We got like 97 more to go.
So we're gonna tackle those.
Let's see how this night goes.
It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a party. This is Brittany's first live stream, everyone. So say hello to Brittany. Hello.
This is my first live stream ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Exciting. We have done our best, by we I mean me, to prepare her for you all and your debauchery and nonsense. But here we are officially after the tone together on stream. She can see your chat. I think you're seeing all this still, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay,
I see. Hi, Brittany. Welcome. The chaos is soon to commence.
The goal is under Brittany right now because, you know, throw money at her this time instead of me. The album goal. Let's hope Mute Boy isn't here. I haven't seen Mute Boy yet, actually. He's not even muted. He could talk if he shows up. Imagine he just misses the stream after all that. He just forgets and misses.
That'd be like the ultimate move, I feel like, for him.
To try to like...
Just be like...
Not even a big deal. Not even here. That's the play. What up, Blind Sight? There's Mute Boy. There he is. Hello, you sick fuck. Mute Boy, you know who this young lady is, and she knows who you are. You absolute.
I appreciate the young. In front of that, as we were just talking about all these like cracks and aches in our bodies.
Yeah, right before the stream, we were talking about how old we were. Well, that's the Mute Boy way. That's the Mute Boy way. All right, I see at least 20 people plus everyone on Kick. So I think, hello, Dr. Atheist. So I think it's a good time to start into these questions because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, and you've got the list. I don't have the list.
Yeah, that's on me. I'm driving.
It's all you.
I'm driving. All right. What up, Vort? Okay, so first question comes from Nikki, of course, and she wanted to start off everything right away. Did Brittany finally listen to No More, which is a diss track I did on Brittany, if you don't know? And if she did, what were her thoughts?
I'm sorry to disappoint. I did not.
She did not listen.
I have not listened to it. It's just a decision that I made and asked, would I get any benefit from listening? And Rob said, probably not. And so, no, I have not heard it.
He has not. That song's a little more of a sore topic these days. We just kind of move past it, I suppose. I thought I saw something in the chat I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, tip for more questions, says Mrs. Skeem. No, but if you want to skip the list of questions and just ask something, because we probably won't be able to answer questions in chat, but if you get a burning question while we're going through this list, you throw money in, yeah, we'll talk to you first.
Sure.
Vort wants to know who has the better hair.
Where?
What do you mean where?
Well, you've got better facial hair.
Okay. Okay. I think he means on the head.
And we're supposed to answer this?
We're answering these questions. They want us to decide.
I feel like that's a question for the people.
That's a good point. You guys decide who has
Who has better hair.
Who has the better hair?
I do have to say, of all the things I've been complimented on, my hair has been one.
So you're just saying it's you, and that's
leading
leading the car.
I'm just
listen. I ain't gonna try to fight any of these kind of battles. I don't need to have the better hair. Like you can take the W.
You'll lay
blonde
down
hair's already
battle.
an advantage. So like, what are we even doing? Everyone wants blonde hair.
Mine used to be way longer.
It did when we
super long
back in the day.
And I used to get compliments on it a lot.
Yeah. You ever gonna grow it back out?
I'm in the middle of growing it out. I cut it to like here originally.
Yeah, I remember when you did
cut it real short, which I loved. It was super fun. I'm growing it right now, but we'll see how far I actually get before it
annoys you again.
Annoying me, yeah.
Who was more stylish back when we first collabed?
Were we stylish? I mean, we are actually wearing the exact same clothes.
We're wearing the same clothes that we were back then for the vibes. I mean, back in the day, back in college, my style was I would like get clothes from Goodwill and then like throw bleach on them or do weird shit to them. I was really weird. So depending on who you ask, that's like high fashion or nothing.
I did that too, Rob. I most of my clothes were from Goodwill, and I never threw bleach, but I did like I would like cut something and then I'd sew it up and put like beads on it.
So we were both doing custom clothing.
Both doing some custom things. I don't know if it was stylish though.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I'm like, I don't know if what I did was stylish or just tacky.
Right. And I definitely remember wearing leggings under shorts.
That was a vibe back then.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was anyway. I thought that was a thing.
I recently saw a picture, and I really thought, like, what's going on here?
So we're gonna have to say undetermined who had the better fashion.
Undetermined.
Can I pay extra for Brittany to completely ignore Mute Boy? Is the next question from Vort.
He hasn't said anything to me yet. Oh no, he did say.
He did.
No, he said who is.
That's true. He's only addressed me. He hasn't addressed you directly.
Right.
But could they pay for you to just ignore him?
That's a question for me.
Yeah. Because you'd be the one that has to do the ignoring. See, everyone's got a price. That's the correct answer in these parts. No, she's not that. No, Mute Boy, she's got a price. Everybody does. That's why she fits in around here. She knows the rules.
I don't know if I'm ignoring right now or not. I guess not.
You haven't been paid yet.
I have not been paid.
You gotta get paid.
So yeah, I'm not that evil.
Who inspired us to become artists?
Other artists for sure.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I mean, is that who we're?
I think that's what it's asking.
Okay. Well, Larry,
I agree. We should just reach the 9K this stream and just plan the flight. That's a good idea. That takes you guys to make that happen. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Well, I do know that when I was really little, by like 3 years old, I was saying like, I want to sing. I want to be a singer. Mm-hmm. And I don't quite know where that came from. You know, it was probably when I was very young. I remember seeing movies like Selena and you know, and that picture of, or Celine Dion, those picture of someone on stage in a gown. But that's when I was very, very young.
Patricia, thanks for the bits. And thanks for not killing me with puns yet tonight. What's up, bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes? Hello, Altair. For me,
Um,
oh wait, oh, you're still going. Never mind.
oh, well then
I got
later on,
distracted.
yeah, later on, lots of other artists came into inspiration. I feel like there's going to be another question about like who's your favorite artist. So I feel like
All right, we'll
there,
save it then.
yeah, I don't know. I just have a feeling.
For me, it was just guttural. I wanted to play piano when I first saw piano, and the church ladies got mad at me for trying to touch
Oh.
the piano. And so I always just had a draw to piano. Then I got into poetry, and then it just kind of went from there. There weren't any artists. Like, I didn't hear music and go, now I want to make music. It was just piano. I want to play that. Poetry. I like writing that. Let me combine those two. So yeah,
Sure.
Eminem definitely influenced Britney. Yeah, Larry.
Well, yeah, my dad taped that movie 8 Mile when I was little on VHS
Oh
because
yeah.
he was like, "Oh, this movie's so good, you gotta watch it." And he like, put a VHS in the VCR and taped over that movie so that we had it.
Ever since, that's been your calling, was to be
So there
the
you
next
go.
rap
Yeah.
god. All right. Question for Brittany and her upcoming trip to Japan. Do you know any Japanese artists or musicians?
I wish I knew more. That's a great question. I'm so excited to go to Japan. There
I'm
was an
very
artist
angrily jealous of your trip to Japan.
You are?
Yes. The
Yeah, I
jealousy
understand.
rages within me.
When I was in high school, there were a lot of kids my age that were really into the J-pop. So I definitely was kind of around that. There was an artist I liked, Hikaru Utada, that did like the Kingdom Hearts
Oh.
theme at some point. Really liked her. There's a jazz pianist that I watch sometimes on YouTube, Hiromi. Does he know Hiromi?
That sounds
Oh, he's not
familiar.
here. This is an old question.
Huh?
Wait, is the person who asked that question here?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm still figuring out the live thing.
Yeah, yeah.
This is an old question.
This is an
Okay.
old question, yeah. They might get here
Okay.
later, but I haven't seen them
Yeah,
chat yet.
Hiromi's really cool. Really, really cool. I don't know. Yoko Ono.
Yoko Ono. Nobody should like her. Come on. Ruin the Beatles. No, I'm not going down that road. The wars.
Yeah, that's for another time.
That's a different musical podcast debate. What does Brittany think of the Skeem? This is from Mr. Boosh. What does Brittany think of the Skeem mask? Will she be donning a similar mask in a music video? No.
Oh, I think it's great. I think it was a really cool idea. I love that you did it. A similar mask. I could see if I were to wear a mask, I could see myself going for like a masquerade
Yeah.
type of thing.
Masquerade. Paper faces on
Masquerade.
parade. Masquerade. Anyway,
What's that from?
Phantom of the Opera.
Yes. Or I could see like one of those masks that's like an animal head.
Oh yeah,
With
yeah.
antlers coming,
Yeah.
some kind of
That's some horror movie stuff right there.
It doesn't have to be scary. You could put like flowers on it.
Okay. All right. Who are our musical influences? All right, just list some artists.
Okay. Kate Bush
Okay.
she's always been my favorite artist. Ella Fitzgerald was my favorite singer growing up.
Mhm.
God, why do I blank on this one? I mean, there's so many good artists that I listen to.
You've mentioned Imogen Heap to me before.
Oh yeah, I love Imogen Heap. I love well, you list some and then maybe it'll get the juices flowing.
Some of my inspirations that I sometimes steal from, sometimes I'm inspired from. Blue October, Blink 182, Dashboard Confessional, Owl City, Hello Goodbye. More recent artists, Powfu has influenced a lot of my sad boy elements. 21 21 Pilots. I like their experimental nature and their goofy take on rap.
I could see that. Yeah.
So a lot of that is in my music.
I like a lot of those. I am going to my Spotify to like
see who you listen to.
So yeah, because I'm like, I can never think of these things until I see them. Oh, I like Lana Del Rey.
Okay.
I like Orville Peck.
All right.
I like Chairlift, who now the
Patricia,
singer
those puns, you're killing me, girl.
To the man who invented number 0. Thanks for nothing.
Every day.
Cocteau Twins, the Smiths. There's a lot of weird stuff on here.
Well, I mean, look at the music we make. I'm sure there's a lot of weird stuff.
Look at the music we make.
Weird stuff is kind of...
Yeah, there's influences kind of from all over the place.
All right, let's keep it going because we got a lot.
Yeah.
Does Brittany have a favorite Skeem song? And does she listen to Skeem solo music?
I have listened to some.
Okay.
I have listened to some. I mean, for those who don't know the story, I didn't even know when I first discovered
I guess things
Skeem,
are getting pretty
I didn't
serious.
know that it was my friend.
There's
Rob.
Hataba. Hataba's the one that asked about Japan. I just saw him show up. Hello, Hataba.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right, sorry, keep going.
So I did listen to some of your stuff, but not all of it.
Yeah.
And I just remember going, oh, there's like definitely some talent here.
If you need a good cry, listen to Lie to Me, then Fix Your Makeup. Well, I think I'll take that as a compliment, Patricia. That's probably my favorite We Skeem song is Lie to Me.
Lie to Me. You know what? I'm gonna have to get back on that and actually get back on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like actually pick a
song.
favorite song.
I have a favorite song of yours. It's You Still Hurt from your 2015 album.
15. Yeah, that's an older one.
Process.
Thank you for the
Holy
tip!
cow! David drops $100, says good luck on the new album. Damn, David.
Thank you, David.
What a G.
That is way cool, way sweet.
Well, we appreciate you. Be like David, everyone. We like him the best. Of all the people in the chat, he's our favorite.
It's David.
It's David. We simp David. That's not a We Skeem song, Todd. That's an After the Tone song. Come on. David LV.
There's a difference.
Yeah. Come on. That is an After the Tone song, Worthless, featuring Dad Bod Todd. But yeah, I would say that Lie to Me feels a lot closer to an After the Tone song, which is probably why it's my favorite We Skeem song. And I talk about some really rough topics like, you know, my kid having autism and stuff. It's a rough song. I don't know. David LV, is that old David? David Las Vegas? No, I don't think that's where David lives. Okay. All right, let's keep the ball rolling. Patricia, thank you for the bits. You wonderful human. Do you know about Epic Rap Battles of History? I think the answer to that is no, right?
I know about subpar rap battles.
Yeah, you know about subpar rap battles on YouTube by me, but not about Epic
That's a
Rap
different
Battles of History. So no, she does not know E.R.B. Her introduction to the E.R.B. culture is through subpar rap battles on YouTube. What a way to get started in.
I'm still figuring it out.
It's fine. Imagine those goofy rap battles of mine you saw, but done with like Hollywood budgets, and that's what.
And
epic
are
rap
they
battles
actually epic? Are they like super well?
Well, it depends on the battle. Some of them are trying to be cornier. Some of them are pretty big, and they're comedy. All of it's comedy.
Okay, they're meant to. Okay,
Yeah.
so they are comedy.
Yeah, it's all comedy. No, she doesn't need to see me as Captain Planet. Nobody should have ever seen that.
No, I did see that one.
You watched the Captain Planet one?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
I thought that was the subpar rap battles.
That is subpar rap battles. I didn't know you went that deep down the rabbit
I saw
hole.
that one.
You watched all of them. Jeez. Well, sorry for your eyes seeing Captain Planet. That's a rough watch.
And Captain America.
Yes, and Captain
That's
America.
the other.
That is right. She has seen it. Jeez, I didn't know you went that deep down the rabbit hole, but here we are.
Here we are. That's just a sneak preview.
Yeah, of should we? Let's see. We already got that answered. You've already answered that you know about my Cartman impression in our other video. You guys can check that out.
I definitely know the Cartman impression.
Do you have any live performances coming soon, Brittany? Asks Killzo.
I do. I have been known to be seen in Long Beach, just playing out in downtown.
Okay.
So I do that from time to time, but I am going to Japan
Lucky.
in a week, and I get to perform there. So that's definitely a bigger thing than sitting out with a hat.
Oh, so lucky. Hatava wants to know what part
Tokyo.
of Tokyo. Okay. I forgot you could see the chat. Duh.
I could see it. Yeah.
I'm dumb. She's actually stopping on Australia first, Miss Caroline. Caroline's in Australia.
That's right. Oh, I'm going to Australia as well.
Yeah, that's where Caroline's from.
It's like a boom boom. And the only reason I didn't mention that is because it's so quick. It's like going to Australia. I'm not going to really get time there. It's like I'll see the hotel and the theater and then I'm off.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about that one too.
You'll technically be there. You get another stamp on the passport.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've never been there. I've never been to either of these places. So get 2 new stamps.
She's not going to still be there in April, Hatava. She's going to be back by September. She's not moving to Japan.
No, I'm not moving. Well, we'll see when I get there.
Oh, okay. She just doesn't
Can't
come
make
back.
any promises.
You're like, well, sorry. Not coming back. All right. Does Brittany game at all?
I play D&D.
That counts.
Yeah.
That's old school gaming.
Old school. Yeah. I enjoy video games on a console system from time to time.
That was the most old person phrase I've ever on a console system on one of those Nintendos.
Someone who plays a lot of video games.
Oh yeah, you're an elite gamer.
No, I enjoy them if it's around.
Yeah.
You know, if I go somewhere and they're playing Tekken or they're playing what I used to play, Gauntlet Legends, Perfect Dark, Super Smash Brothers,
Dark. Super Smash, those are good N64 drops.
Like I'll play, but I don't seek it out. I don't really have any systems myself.
But the D&D there's a whole
But the D&D, I do that every week.
You're that consistent?
For the most part.
I knew you played. I didn't know you were that consistent. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we try to play every week.
Okay. From Vort, Brittany, would you like to be serenaded by an Asian outside of your window with a mandolin?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. But I do live on the second floor.
Yeah.
So.
Gonna have to be loud.
So good luck. I'll need a ladder.
How long will the album lengthwise be? I think 11 to 13 songs is what we're shooting for, right?
Yeah.
11 minimum, 13
regular-ish album length.
Yep. Hell, can I get that? Get what? Oh, Asian with the mandolin outside your window.
With the mandolin?
Yeah. No, that does sound like a good...
Everybody
could use that.
Should get that.
Yeah. Everybody wants that in their life. What are you talking about?
Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't played that.
What?
My D&D character... Oh,
go ahead.
Well, we were gonna... Okay.
We're trying to get through these, but you can answer that one. That's related.
I know. I'll just be really quick. I'm a water genasi, and I'm a bard.
There you go. What's it like making music with each other after so many years?
Well, I've been answering all of these. You answer a little bit.
Well, I feel like we both have to answer this one, but I guess I'll start if you want.
On the count of 3? Oh, no.
There's just a word. It's been a lot different than the last time. There's a lot more collaboration this time. Before it was I invited her into a pretty much done project. and we just fit her into it, and she had one song that she wrote. This time it's a lot more, whether it be instrumentally, lyrically, everything. It's very much, if one of us does something, the other one's got to be co-signing it and part of it. So it's a lot different. For me, I'm enjoying it a lot more. It sucks that it's so distant because that makes it just annoying sometimes, but I'm having a lot more fun this time around.
I agree. I'm having a lot of fun too. And I did think it was fun way back in the day, but yeah, it was definitely your project.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you had written all the songs and then you asked me, "Oh, do you want to sing on these songs?" So it was really more your project. And at that time, I didn't have as much input because I hadn't learned to play any instruments yet. I didn't know anything about production. So it's really fun now because I've spent so many years working on those things.
Mm-hmm.
And now I actually know how to do that. So we can collaborate more.
Well, honestly, it makes a lot of stuff easier for me too. Like some of the songs because most of the songs are songs that one of us does most of the heavy lifting writing, and then we just kind of finish it. We want to do a few songs that are a lot more
A new
round
stalker
up between the two of us. But the songs that we've currently worked on are mostly one of us carrying the workload. But like because of your progress and like instrumentation, everything like that, like even some of the songs that you've brought in, like I'll be able to use MIDI files that you've already created and just like import that into the workflow. So it makes it just a lot more cohesive and easier.
Right. And we both have like good sound systems now. And we both know how to use, well, I use Ableton, you use something else,
Reaper,
but we both have our DAWs, Reaper. And we kind of like can speak the same language about it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's been nice.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than last time for me.
More harmonious, Patricia says, yes. And there are a lot of harmonies.
There are.
Well.
We're addicted to harmonies.
We like harmony.
Like a lot. Brittany, what is your astrological sign? Says Vort.
Okay, I'm a Leo sun, I'm a Pisces moon, and I'm a Sagittarius rising. So those are my big three. And Rob is a Pisces.
Yeah, you told me that. I don't know the rest of it.
Well, I don't know the rest of your chart either.
Yeah, I don't know any of it. But I'm a Pisces something. Is that sun or moon?
Sun. Your sun sign is like the one that everybody thinks of as your main sign.
I'm realizing I'm going to end up learning astrology through this project, so I'll be well versed soon enough.
Probably.
I will still...
You've learned a little bit.
I have. I'm paying attention. I will believe factually zero of it, but I'm not opposed to learning about it.
Yeah, why not?
It's
culture.
Exactly. All right. Does Brittany get uncomfortable when the cult is stuck on a subject like huge cock donos, beautiful cake banter, and random butt stuff in general?
Well, I haven't been around for it yet.
Well, how's that sound to you?
No, I wouldn't get uncomfortable. I've been in a lot of situations.
Situations, she says. We're a situation, guys.
I've been around things, conversations.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not too phased.
Let's see. Yes, Brittany knows how to play instruments, piano, and she's just learning guitar.
I play piano mostly, ukulele, guitar I'm working on, and then I have a lot of sound instruments which take very little skill.
Mr. Squeakerton, welcome. How sus has Mute Boy been? He's been pretty tame. He's trying to play it cool.
I like the name.
Squeakerton?
Yeah.
It's a great name. Squeakerton's the legend with the plots to make sure you fly out here.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
We'll see if those plots are fulfilled or not, but that is what he says.
Yeah, MVP.
Let's see. What's the wildest college story y'all have about one another? Asks Austin. I don't think we have any.
Sorry, I got distracted because Mute Boy said, "What about my username?"
Mute Boy, big sad.
Big
No
sad.
one likes your name.
I didn't say that. Okay, crazy college stories.
Do we have any? We weren't really like that. We didn't
I
hang out
know.
like that.
No, we really didn't. We honestly made music together,
And that was
and
it.
we went to the beach one time.
Yep.
Right? Is that what we decided?
That's the only time that either of us can confirm we hung out aside from on campus. Like,
Right.
actually hung out.
I mean, I had a wild experience once driving to your house.
Did you?
To record. I don't know if you remember this. I probably told you when I got there. There was like a huge wildfire
Oh.
on the freeway on the
Okay,
side
like the
of the
Cajon
whole
Pass?
mountain. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was terrifying. And I've just always remembered that because it was so terrifying, and I was on my way to your place, and I was like,
Good.
I hope I make it.
The world is on fire.
That was scary. The world is on fire.
Yeah, we didn't hang out that much. We actually we know each other better and are probably more friends now than we were then, being honest.
Yeah, I think we kept it pretty. We were like all business
Not even on purpose.
back in
It's
the
just
day.
like
Not on purpose. We were just like, oh, let's make the music. Let's,
Yep.
I think we both kind of fixated on just making the music.
So that will answer the next question. Did you ever date back in the day? Nope.
No.
Vort, what are these questions? I forgot about these. I'm moving past those. Brittany, if someone paid you $5,000, would you do a butt tattoo?
Well, it depends what it is. Do I
You
get to choose?
You get to choose.
Do I get to completely choose it?
Yeah, fully choose.
Tattoo for sure.
But
I would.
butt tattoo specifically.
Butt tattoo. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one.
Apparently I will, it turns out.
I know you will. That's why I know I have to be careful because, once you say it, you got to follow through.
Yeah, it could happen. These people are freaks.
It's possible, but to be determined at this moment.
Vort says, which ones? Vort, you friggin' animal. Did the label want you guys to present as a couple in promotional material, lyrical content? We didn't get that far. But they did ask me, the Andar who was in contact with me did ask me, oh yeah, Todd got an ass tattoo with me, by the way. Not at the same time, but.
Oh, he did. Was
Yeah.
it the same one?
No, it's similar though. He got the smiley face from Nirvana instead of Blink-182.
Cute.
We got matching ass tats, kind of.
Yeah, you guys are
Butt brothers
buddies.
for life. Yeah. But oh yeah. So the label, we didn't talk about that, but they asked if we were dating. I said no, and they said good. Sexual tension can sell. So they clearly had a mind for
Oh.
that.
They wanted the Ross and Rachel
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
For, how that goes on for 10 years.
Yeah. Exactly. They wanted everyone to want it to happen without it happening. At least that seems to be where they were going with it. Was Skeem a world-renowned whore or a quiet whore?
Was he a whore?
That's apparently what it is, so I'm guessing quiet, since my reputation of being a alleged whore does not precede me.
Yeah, I didn't know about it, honestly. I hadn't heard about it. So, yeah, I guess you kept it on the down low a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a whore who doesn't kiss and tell.
Yeah,
Thanks, Matt.
that's respect.
Mute Boy asks, does Brittany plan to be single someday?
In about 75 years.
Yeah, so you could dig her up, I guess.
No plans of that. But, life is unpredictable.
Brittany, have you ever questioned, even once in your life, Skeem's sexuality? Asked by our local big gay, Mr. Boosh, so we know he's got ulterior motives for that question.
I question everyone's sexuality.
There you go. There's your sliver of hope.
You can never be sure.
If this album is not successful, will Britney ever feature on more projects, or will this just be done?
This is a question for both of us,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
we're taking it day by day right now, or album by album.
Album by album. Yeah, we're finishing this album.
We're doing this for sure. And then, we don't know. We don't know what the future holds, but
Yeah.
but we're definitely doing this album.
So if you guys don't want to leave that to chance, share everything we do with everyone and make this album successful, because we are both signed on for the long haul if this was a successful thing. We don't know. It's going to depend how we feel after this album's done. If like it didn't do well, what we would do. But if this album really did well and it got traction and it started to look like something that could become a main thing for us, before we signed on, we both had that conversation. Are you willing to like have to deal with me? Like our main thing is this. And so we're both signed on for that if that happens. So if you don't want to find out the answer of what happens if the album's not successful and you want us to stay making music, then make this album successful. like you're the ground zero marketing.
Put it, Rob.
Like you're the people that have to tell people this exists. The people here are the day ones. You're the people that have to spam your group text with it. Tell some dude at work, about this after the tone thing. Act like it's a big deal. It's not, but they don't know.
Everyone's talking about after the tone.
Don't you know? They were like supposed to be big shit in the 2000s. Now it's some like Smosh.com style reunion. It's the greatest story man's ever told. Music's dope. Like that's your job. We can only do so much. So if you don't want to know what happens if this album if this album fails, then don't let it fail.
Yeah, we're trying our darndest.
Come on now. Music's going to be awesome.
But either way, I think we both have said we're having fun no matter what.
Yeah.
Like we are happy with what's happening in the process that it's taking.
Yeah. But we don't know what we'll do after this album. We're enjoying this right now. We're living in this first.
Right.
Brittany, what's the weirdest thing Skeem has done that you remember?
Oh, wow.
That's a long list of choices, I'm sure.
Yeah, how am I supposed to answer this question? Okay. You know what? I do have a memory of you in college that was not making music or going to the beach. It was
I'm really
I walked
curious.
into the cafeteria.
Oh, I was a wild fucking maniac in the caf usually.
Well, you were trying to get my attention because I walked in. I didn't hear you because I'm oblivious when I'm on a mission, especially if there's food involved.
Yep.
And you were going, Brittany, and I kind of heard Brittany, and I looked around and I couldn't find you, and I was taking a while to like find you, and then by the time I caught your eyes, you were shaking the table and going, burn.
Sounds like me.
So anyways, I don't know if that's the weirdest thing you ever did, but
it's a weird thing, but that's
it entertained me.
I used to scream at people across the caf all the time, like scream as loud as I could. People thought something was wrong if they didn't hear me. I'm surprised I did the physical table shake.
Oh, you really did.
Yeah,
full commitment.
Fully committed to it. Well, I'll take it as that's the weirdest thing that comes off the top of your head. I don't remember that at all, but that sounds like me.
Yeah, you believe it.
Will Todd be featured on the album? Probably not. I think this is gonna be an us thing. I think if we kept going and like did more projects, it'd be more likely that we might have other people. Like right now, we have someone else who's gonna like drum and stuff. But I think I don't know. I get the vibe that it's a little bit important for both of us to have this as like our thing, aside from like little things like maybe engineering or drums and stuff. But I don't know, maybe
You're being accused of selfishness right now.
Well, what's your opinion?
Oh, it's not something that's come up.
Yeah.
Collaborating with anyone else. I think I think the idea was to keep this one a collaboration between us.
Yeah.
Right now, but it's not like I would be completely opposed. It's just it hasn't come up yet.
Listen, Todd's got to sit this album out because at least I have to be on the next project of After the Tone before I'm the third best singer on the album. I'm already the second best. I'm not about to be third best on the first one back. Like, Jesus, give me some time. Like,
oh, he says he didn't want to be on it anyway.
oh, okay. Okay, Todd. All right. What's the most disliked? Well, I can answer this. Brittany, of what you've heard, well, I guess no, you haven't heard it. So, Brittany, of what you've heard, what is your most disliked Skeem that disliked song Skeem has released? Same question for me of your music.
I don't have a most disliked one.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that. We could say
Wow,
the song that you.
We're so nice.
I'm not nice. There's never not been a song of yours I've heard that was like, oh, I didn't like it. I haven't listened to your whole catalog, so I'm sure if I was like really, if I was really trying to dig down, I'd be able to find the one I liked the least. But there's nothing that sticks out to me like, oh, that song.
Yeah, nothing stuck out.
Now, if you, I know a couple of my songs, if you did hear that they'd go right to the bottom. I've already told you, obviously the one song about you, that's bottom of the barrel. And then there's another.
Yeah, that probably would be my least favorite.
And then the runner-up least favorite is a song that I made just to be blatantly offensive for no other reason than to offend people. And those would be the bottom two, I would imagine, from my catalog for you.
For you? Those are your bottom two?
No, those would be the ones that I think
no,
of mine
would
you would dislike the
for
most.
me.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably.
I'm not sure.
But I don't know about yours. Yes, that is what I'm talking about, Altair.
Talking about
JKLMNOP.
JKLMNOP.
It's a song just to be offensive. That is the whole purpose. Why is your name spelled Brittany instead of Brittany? Welcome back, Cam.
Oh. What? Like I wrote it on my birth certificate? My parents named me after the city in France.
There you go.
Brittany.
Brittany.
And I like to say is the original spelling of the name.
Like Nikki says, she always says her name is Nikki spelled correctly, so it's Brittany spelled correctly.
Correctly, yeah. Wait, how does Nikki spell hers?
Nicki, maybe?
That seems kind of original, yeah.
If you all had gotten a deal as After the Tone, if the record deal went through, would you still be making music, or would it have faded off?
I mean, who's to say, right?
I'd still be making music, right?
Well, I would still, yeah, but I was interpreting it as would
us
After
together,
the Tone be continuing, and I mean, I think clearly both of us would be making music because we've both been making music for the last 13 years.
Yep.
Obviously it's easy to go down that road of like what would have happened differently had that happened.
Yeah.
And how would things have changed positively, negatively? I don't know. I do know that coming back together now, we get to bring our own individual lives, experiences, and stories into it in a different way than we would have.
Yeah.
Than we could have if at 19 years old we started touring.
Yeah. Well, you were 19. I was a little older.
I was Oh, you were 20? 21?
Yeah, around there. But I think it would have depended a lot, like how successful it was. I mean, even if you get signed, you're guaranteed a tour where you open for a bigger act, and then they see if you're liked well enough. And so I think it would depend a lot about what would it have stuck, would have it caught on, and then if as so far as if we're still making music now, under After the Tone, would that have stayed? I mean, most of the acts of that time peaked within a few years of when that deal happened and then started to fade into obscurity by 2013. So even if we got the big deal, we might have already been fading into obscurity after our first or second album. And then, you know, you imagine we probably do our own things just with a lot more funding to do them. And then probably around this time, just under different terms, might be when we would consider the reunion, because all those old bands are getting back together right now, like Yellow Card and all of them. They're all getting back together now. So we might literally be here still, to be honest.
And not to mention, so many artists end up kind of getting screwed over with record labels.
Uh-huh.
And
especially
young
artists.
Yeah, especially young and not really knowing anything about the industry. And, you know, there's definitely some perks of being completely independent.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're about to get into a series of questions from Bars that are pretty, like, deep ones. He's trying to get us to dig and fight. So here we go. Also,
oh boy. Okay.
I think.
You hear this?
Yeah, cracked it. Also, a couple people in chat. We're seeing what we can see, but we're mostly answering the Discord questions. So we could see you, but we got to get through all these questions that have been asked for the last week or so. All right, here we go. If neither of you were in the musical realm, what other professional career would you have wanted to pursue? Acting for me.
Perhaps a chocolate maker.
That is oddly specific career desire. You just
Or
want to
like
make chocolate?
Actually, not a candy maker. So I not necessarily making the chocolate, but making the candies with the chocolate, like truffles.
Okay.
Or an herbalist. Which is a real job.
Oh. You said that in like an aggressive way, like I was going to say it wasn't real.
No, I just...
It is a real job, okay? It's not a phase, Mom.
Yeah. So something to do probably with the alchemy of food.
Okay.
And desserts.
Food and desserts. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Acting and writing are the two that come to my mind. I've always had a passion for writing and acting. It's kind of been incorporated to what I do with content creation. What part of making music do you think is the other's weakest contribution? I'd say my singing.
That is not the others.
I'm just trying to give you. I'm just trying to feed you some answers.
I don't think about you having a bunch of weak contributions.
I know, but that's what the question wants you to do.
But
that's what the question.
Am I really
for.
To answer this? I mean, because your other skills are so much higher or are so high, then maybe the singing.
There you go. The singing, there you go. Man, my singing's not good. I just engineer it to get by.
It's not bad. It is not bad, and you've really worked on it.
Yeah, it was really, really bad back in the day. Now it's only kind of bad. Yeah, same preface. I don't sit there thinking, man, what is Brittany terrible at?
Right.
So I guess I'll just frame it as where I know I have to pick up more of the responsibility, which is in the engineering side. I have to be a lot more in tune and responsible for engineering because it's one of the things I've spent so much more time on, and have a lot more expertise on. So it's not like she sucks at engineering, but it's something that I take the workload for.
I'm okay. You're definitely further along in your journey of engineering than I am.
It's boring.
But necessary.
Was Again We Wait new? Yeah, that was just a meme video one time, Altair. So yeah, it's kind of new. We answered this earlier in another question. All right, is there any musical artist or group that you really dislike?
Probably, but I kind of have this perspective about artists that there are so many artists and musicians out there that are not necessarily for me,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean they're not good. But, of course there's some that aren't good.
I find that I get more annoyed at fan bases than artists so far as when I dislike things. It's a lot more likely that I dislike their fan base because they either overestimate the artist's talents or just act like the artist can do no wrong. So I find
Right.
I have a lot more distaste for fan bases than artists, but one artist who I also just don't care for, like consistently, as a person, as a creator, and otherwise, is Machine Gun Kelly. MGK. I was neutral on him when he was just doing rap stuff, but he came in and made some of the most abysmally offensive pop punk I've ever heard, and just how bad it was. And there's an entire generation who, like, their idea of pop punk is what MGK did. And I'm like, it's just I took it personally, how bad it was, and how because people liked him, like, it was okay. And so, yeah, that's like one of the few artists that I'm like, I know he's a trash person outside of music because that's his whole brand. Like, maybe he's not that trash, but the brand he's built is he wants you to believe he's a piece of crap. So he's like, his brand is I'm a piece of crap. His music is bad. His rap is middle ground. So he's like the one that I'm like, you know what? I'm okay just not liking this one. Like, he's the guy. He's
not a lot of redeeming qualities.
He's
there,
disrespected so many people way better than him in like the worst ways. Like he tried to make fun of Slipknot for wearing masks and being old, and like they're like legends in the. I'm like, why?
Yeah, they are.
What are you doing? Like, and it was
What do you
because
think-
they turned him down for a collab, so then he started making fun of them. Like, jeez, dude. So yeah,
MGK is so garbage. Now, Garbage, I like.
what garbage?
The band Garbage.
Oh, I was like, what garbage? I like.
Well, someone said MGK is so garbage.
Yeah. Oh man. Jesus, Easy Tay. What the fuck is this thing that I'm reading?
I actually, you know what? You know how your brain reads things?
Yeah.
You don't like actually read the whole thing. You just see word.
Yeah. I don't know who Easy Tay is. They're not a regular, but goddamn, they're in a mood.
They're going for it.
They're just swinging for the fences. All
But
right.
hey, we got to stick to the curriculum.
Yeah, we're sticking to the Discord questions. You want us to answer that one, you drop a dono with it. We'll have fun with that question. Pay to play for that. Okay, let me get back to the Discord questions. What made us interested in alt pop, alt rock, and electronic music?
I guess being a teenager in the early 2000s.
Yeah, MySpace era music, right?
MySpace.
All the MySpace profile songs were those like Never Shout Never, Hello Goodbye, The Ready
Yeah,
Set.
hello, goodbye.
All that stuff was on everyone's profiles, just really poppy. It's because what happened is those were all the people in their 20s at the time, and it was the first time that like you could get really good synthesizers and home studio recording equipment. So indie pop started to blow up because if you were rich, now you don't have to be as rich, but back then it was rich kids. Adam Young of Alice City, another example. If you were rich, you could buy enough to do a home studio realistically for the first time ever. So indie pop was really popular, and we were both young and impressionable at the time. So I don't think it ever left us.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Manic
I'm so glad it's more accessible now
Yeah.
to make things at home.
Manic
Not need, like,
dropped $5 to ask us a question. Does Mute Boy
All
have a
right.
chance? This goes to both Rob and Brittany. Mute Boy has a chance with me.
well, I don't know who Brittany is.
Ooh,
So I don't know how to
spelled
answer
it
the
wrong. Mute Boy says there's always a
I forgot
chance.
to mention also at that time the Postal Service was a big one.
Ooh,
for me.
yeah.
And Death Cab.
Death Cab, well, it's same singer, but yeah. Postal
Yeah,
Service is
exactly.
basically what we're doing. You realize that, right?
Right. It's a side project.
Well, yeah, it was his project, and they did it all. They called it the Postal Service because they would mail each other the songs to get them done. They never did them in studio together. because that girl was always Postal Service with him. There was a lot of duets in the Postal Service, and the reason they titled themselves that is because they were never in the same proximity, and they had to send the stems back and
Right.
forth. So
I heard about that. They would they had to physically send things in the mail back and forth.
yep. So we're literally the email version of that.
We're doing the same thing, but now we can do it all digitally, which is
Much easier.
nice.
Oh wait, there it is. What genre of music have you not explored together, but would you think it would be worth trying?
Oh.
Probably a
There's
genre
a
that
lot we haven't.
There's one that we're going to explore that we haven't before in this album. The song you sent to me is kind of got a rap vibe, and that's how I'm going to structure it.
Oh, right.
So it's going to kind of have
Well,
a
but
21
then
Pilots feel.
we're also going to do kind of a jazzy one.
So there's actually two genres we're going to fuse with the alt pop vibes, but that are distinctly different than what we've done before.
What we usually do.
Yeah, because she hasn't really done rap before. I haven't really done jazz before. So we're both going to be stepping out of our comfort zones.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I didn't realize I was rapping.
You're
on that
not
one.
rapping. It's just being on a rap song in general.
I'm just being like Dido on the Eminem song.
It's not even a rap song, but there's those kind of
Well, it
inclinations
is.
to it.
It's the song I wrote, and actually, when I did it, it was kind of like that talk
Yeah.
singing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have you rap it instead.
Yep. It's gonna be fun.
But you know what also comes to my mind is I could actually see us doing like a musical theater song.
Oh, come on. Should We Already Is a
Like
musical
I could
theater
see
song.
us doing a musical theater duet.
Should We Already Is.
Kind of already is. I feel like we could rearrange that one, make it like full on Phantom of the Opera.
We could. I mean, we could do a whole like Disney album, honestly. Like those style songs, because like my voice lends to that imperfect Prince vibe, and then you come in with the angelic voice. Like we have the formula.
You're speaking my language.
Disney album coming soon. Never. I'd actually be down. I love that kind of music. What genre do you think the other is best at performing musically? I'll answer first. I think your jazz is your strongest point.
Well, thank you. I do love singing jazz. I think your pop punk is great.
Yeah, that's I get that a lot.
And-
That's the one people like from me the most.
Yeah, I really like your pop punk, and I like the variety of textures you use in your voice when it goes from when you have like the full voice one that's really kind of cutting through, and then you've got the more light, airy head voice.
And that's kind of the vibe I'm trying to bring to this album, because I think it's my best vocal tool. But without going full-fledged, because we're not really doing pop punk instrumentals.
Yeah, sorry. I was reading the chat.
I was reading this one too, this long one from Altair.
Yeah, that's what I was reading.
Because
and
I
then
saw
I'm
the
like,
right
wait,
thing
did
to
you-
say, and it caught my eye, because I know that's... Is that
Wait,
the
did
reason
just
you read
ask
it
me a
too?
question and I have no idea what it is.
Is that why you grabbed it too, because of the right thing to say being in the question?
Yeah.
You got our attention with that.
You got our attention.
Well, no, after the tone, the entire album's still up there. You just had to go find it. But the right thing to say was re-uploaded before the rest of the album was.
The original album, Here with Moonlight.
No, I'm talking about the After the Tone album, the Skeem,
Oh.
the We Scheme one. The right thing to say was
Oh.
remade on that album.
Oh, okay.
Do either one of your opinions of songs you create together outweigh the other's opinion?
I think we try to be pretty socialist about it.
Socialism. I would say no. I feel like if we're at an impasse, we both just let it go. It's kind of like, if we don't both want it to be there, we're probably not going to have it. That goes for like most things, but we don't really disagree too much, because I think we're very open and collaborative with it.
Yeah, I think so. We haven't creatively, we have not really hit like a head where it's like, I want to do this and you want to do this, and we can't quite figure out how to. I
Usually,
think we've both, most of the time, if I give a critique or you give a critique, the other one is like, yeah, I was thinking that too.
that's where I was going. It's like usually if it's one of us will say something we don't like and the other one just agrees. That's what it's been. Like, I don't like this. Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, me neither.
That's how it's been. But I do think if there was a time where we disagreed, I don't know. It's just we have a very fluid dynamic. I don't even know how that would look. Feel like we'd figure it out. I don't think it would be.
I think we'd figure it out.
It wouldn't be one opinion overriding the others, though.
No, it would just be like, well, we've got to come up with a third thing then.
Yeah.
A third idea.
If you had to choose a different name for the project, what would you suggest? Probably something that is a reference to like the Postal Service at this point.
Oh, yeah.
But I like After the Tone.
Google Drive.
Oh, the Google Drives, Jesus. I like After the Tone. I wouldn't want to change it.
Yes, I do too.
I don't remember. Were you involved in coming up with that name or not?
No.
Okay, I couldn't remember because I know my old project was just under my name. But like when we did the first song together, it was just under my name. But I don't remember when I made the after. I know I made the thing because I knew I was like, I can't just have this under my name. There's multiple people.
Right.
I just didn't remember if you were.
Yeah,
involved.
I don't know how you came up with the name. Do you remember?
No, I know what the name means, but I don't remember like where it came from. Did either one of you not want to do After the Tone as a group originally?
You mean the first time around?
Yeah.
No, not. No, I think we were both up for doing it.
Yeah, I don't think there was any like hesitation. Just, hey, you want to do this? We're college kids. Who cares?
Yeah, sure. I'll drive out.
Drive out to this random dude's house.
I'll drive out to this random dude's house. The mountain will be on fire, and
it'll be fine.
Then I'll get there and we'll record some songs.
It'll be fine. Oh, the trusting foolishness of kids. But
it all worked out.
Hey, Jinx. Jesus, Easy Tay is still on it. God damn.
Yeah, I mean, if I was really smart, I would.
I mean, there's probably a lot of money in that.
I know.
It's just you got to be willing to make some concessions about your personal respect, I suppose, or redefine what your personal respect means to you.
It's not even really that. Actually, it's not really a. I don't think it's a self-respect issue or not, because a lot of people are totally happy to.
It just depends on the person.
It's great, and I'm like, yeah, that would be great, but I just don't want to. Simply put.
Would I do it? If there was more money in it for the average guy, I'd probably already have had an OnlyFans a long time ago. Let's go, baby. I'll spread them cheeks. What? You guys are weird? You want that? That's fine. Give me money. Like, I don't care. Objectify me harder, daddy. Like, I think I care?
Oh, you're practicing.
Hey, let's go. Gotta have backup plans. What's the writing process like for songs for you two?
Well, so far we talked about this a little bit. So far it's been like I have a song written or you have a song written, and then we've added to what the other person made.
Yep.
And we do at some point want to like start from the ground up and make a song completely together.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing out Altair's comment.
I did well.
Listen.
You hide it well.
I hide what well?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just responding.
You're just like, no, I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, you described it. I don't think there's anything I need to add. That's how it is. We hope to make some songs more collaboratively. Not hope to, we will. We've just got a list to finish first. And then like the last 5 songs on the album are going to be a lot more. We want to do it like if she doesn't fly out here, it's going to be okay, we're getting on FaceTime and we're talking this through and making a song, because we want to have some really from the ground up collaborative ones. But so far, it's been one of us has the bulk of it and the other one finishes it up, kind of thing.
Right.
Manic says she'll fly out there. Well, that's up to you guys. We are almost
Stay
halfway,
tuned.
and we got more than half the month left, so we're looking good. We're on pace. What kind of? Oh wait, what is one thing you dislike about the other's creative process when creating music?
Hmm.
I got nothing for that.
I got nothing.
I don't think I'd be working with you if I had like huge hindrances in how
Yeah.
you create.
I got nothing. I mean, it's like it'll be like a little thing here and there, like, oh, turn down the drums here, whatever. But
Yeah.
that's not something I dislike about the process. That's just part of creating.
Yeah, that's part of just getting it how we want it to sound.
Yeah.
What kind of food?
Although it's usually turn up the drums, right?
Yeah, drums and I aren't friends. That's why Jonah's gonna be our consultant to probably redo most of my drums on this album.
That's cool though.
Yeah, it's good to have help.
That's
where
cool though. He's like a specialized
he's an actual
specialized
drummer. So
drummer.
I'm just to do programming drums with a pad. He's
Right.
a drummer. So
Which is pretty normal these days, but
Bars,
cool to have someone
Bars,
who's
you
really-
didn't fail stirring the pot. What you didn't realize is Brittany and I would have not signed up for this if we didn't realize that we had a good, harmonious relationship, especially with how rocky our past is. You can't jump in unless you're really comfortable with that person at this point. Like,
yeah.
it's not going to work.
No, it would not.
What kind of food dish would be comparable to After the Tones music?
Ooh, I like that one. Ceviche.
I don't even think I know what ceviche is. I do, but I'm so bad with names of everything. Describe the dish.
I'm just trying, it's something that is, I was trying to think, it's something kind of cool. Like it's not a hot dish,
Okay.
but it's got a little, but it's spicy
Okay.
and it's tangy and it's
Okay.
colorful. Ceviche is like it's usually like fish or shrimp that's cooked in lemon juice.
Mm.
So it's raw fish, but it's cooked in.
So
lemon
why is
juice,
that?
And then
why is that?
well, I don't know. I'm just it's actually one of my favorite dishes. It's delicious. Humanity 636. Yeah, it is. But yeah, like what I said, I just feel like our music, it's got kind of a. I'm kind of speaking in like synesthesia here. I don't mean cool, like,
Yeah.
cool. I mean, it's got this kind of cool sheen to it, kind of
Okay.
sparkly sheen. It's cool, but it's got some like spice and some zest, and it's colorful. I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm rambling. What do you think, Rob?
So Rob, you're Hispanic. How do you not know ceviche? I told you I don't know names of anything. I'm like, if you tell me what it is, I'll probably figure it out. Or I've probably eaten it. It doesn't mean I know what it's called. I don't know, like, because I'm trying to think of foods. Like I'm getting way more like analytical with it. I'm like, well, let's think about what our genre type is and what kind of food matches the food universe's genre type of our music. Like, that's the internal radio DJ in me trying to figure this out.
And what is?
For some reason, my mind just keeps going back to like California roll sushi.
Ooh.
With like the hot, spicy mayonnaise sauce on it.
Yeah. We're both from California.
We are. I don't know, there's something about like the fact that a lot of that, especially California rolls, tend to have synthetic elements to them where they don't belong, which kind of fits our music, where we have synthetic elements where they probably don't belong, but people still like it. It's like, I know that shouldn't be there, but I want it. And there's just so much diversity that you could find in a California roll. There's so many different ways. You're like, I still know I'm eating a California roll, but this is way different than the last one. So my brain keeps going to that. And we're both from California, like you said.
Nice analysis.
That's where I went. Mute
That
Boy,
was,
you get
that was
out.
deep.
Marco's Pizza, the most gross pizza I've ever had. You comparing us to that, Mute Boy?
Is that the one that you got the other day? And when I was on the phone with you, and you said
No, that
you
was decent
you
pizza.
drove
That was decent.
like
what
an
I
hour, and it wasn't that good.
Yeah, no, that was decent. It wasn't good, but it was decent. Not worth driving again. No, Marco's Pizza is a nightmare. It's a chain out here, and it's awful.
Okay, look at this person's a lobster dish, because it dies before you could start the journey. But now that we're cooking again, it looks great so far.
Jesus. Such a morbid answer, Altair. We had
I
to
love
kill the
lobster.
lobster so we could cook it. Well, I mean, you're not wrong.
No, but that's, I guess, true of any meat dish.
Yeah. Has Brittany ever tried to make metal music?
No, I have not. I have yet to make metal music, but I did sing in a cover band, and we sang a little bit of Metallica.
Okay.
I don't know if that's really metal though.
It is.
I mean, Metallica's great, you know.
Yeah,
they're a Bay
metal.
Area band.
They're metal.
And they're metal.
Yep.
So we did like Enter Sandman. That was like the late night crowd. Like we'd start with like top 40 songs, and we'd play a little bit of like 70s funk and rock, and then the late night crowd,
You
we would
turn
start
on
getting into
Metallica, baby.
and Alice in Chains, Man in the Box, that kind of stuff. So
there you go. So it's close enough. You kind of made metal music.
as they sang it a little.
How do you pronounce Reese's Pieces?
Reese's Pieces.
That's right. They were.
Oh, does someone say Reese's Pieces?
Some people say that. It's not okay.
Oh Lord.
It's not okay. You're saying two words wrong instead of one. It's like the Pieces was.
All the words are wrong there.
The Pieces was supposed to be your sign that you were saying Reese's wrong, and instead you just started saying Pieces wrong. The amount of times I've literally screamed.
That.
I hate it.
I hate it. I've never even heard it.
You've heard it because you went straight to Reese's Pieces. You knew it was there.
I just have the feeling.
You've never heard it in the wild. You've never heard it in the wild because California.
I've never heard it in the wild.
We know not to say it.
If I do, I will be upset.
Very upset.
I will be upset.
One of the famous memes on my channel is there was a video, an epic rap battle that I was reacting to, and someone playing Ash Ketchum made a rap bar in which he said Reese's Pieces instead of Reese's Pieces to fit his rime scheme. And I went on a 5-minute rant screaming, furious about it, and they've always brought it up. And the fact that you instantly showed anger about Reese's Pieces, that's why we're working together. That right there is the reason that this project works, because you understand the important things. That it's Reese's motherfucking Pieces.
Yeah, I got you.
Soda or pop?
Oh, I say soda.
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm a California girl.
Well, soda's just. If you trace the word etymology, soda is correct. But that's another rant for another day.
And thank you, Alice Q. That's very sweet. She said, I love your voice. Excited for the project.
Alice has been very supportive. Very big fan of your voice in the demos we've leaked. Also, guys, tomorrow our first song comes out. Don't forget. What was your favorite subject in college, Brittany?
In college, I was a sociology major.
So what was your favorite subject?
So I loved studying sociology. So I had a number of sociology classes that are all going to be tied, history of LA, because we were in LA. Inequalities, race and ethnicity, women's studies. I loved all of those classes.
All of the sociology stuff.
All the soc.
And then the question goes to me as well. Neurological psychology was my favorite. It was a really hard class, but I liked that. I like the meat and potatoes of why we think the way we do. Let's see. Who noticed whose talent first? I noticed her talent first. Because she didn't know I did music. I don't remember how I found out you could sing.
How did you even know I was a singer?
I don't remember. It got brought up. We had World Civ together,
Yeah.
and it got brought up.
I don't know how you knew.
It got brought up somehow.
Okay. And thank you, Mute Boy, as well.
Don't encourage him. All right. How surprised were you when Skeem reached back out?
Well, I was the most surprised when Skeem publicly took off his mask, and it was my friend Rob from many years ago. That was the surprise that really blew my mind.
Because I started stalking you as Skeem, like what, 2019?
Yeah, 2019, 2020, like we communicated a little bit.
Yep.
And you know, I think we said this in the video, but I just thought, you know, I don't know who this artist is.
It got
that's
edited
following
out.
me. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I just thought that's really nice. This artist is following me and being very supportive. I don't know how they found me. Cool. And so when you took off the mask and I saw that on Instagram, that was when my mind was really blown.
And you screwed up my master plan because
your master plan.
Yeah, my master plan to like rub my success in your face or whatever. 'Cause that all got ruined because I was like, all right, as soon as the face reveal happens, she's gonna like start to distance or block or run away again because she's gonna know it's me. But instead, you were like, it was you. We should be talking way more now. And I was like, oh, fuck. What the hell? That's not the response you're supposed to have. What did I miss?
Well, yeah. I was like, dude, I know you. Cool.
I was like, oh, shit. But I would later find out that, like, because you told me that you had been, like, following my life on social media and I didn't know.
Well, I mean, we were still friends on Facebook.
Before I got rid of Facebook, yeah.
Right. So you know how when you are friends with someone on Facebook and you don't really ever talk, but you see them post things, you kind of feel like you're in touch with them still.
Yeah.
Which is not really true and is actually a really sick way of thinking about things. I just think it's kind of a weird way to actually communicate with people because you're not communicating.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a normal thing these days with social media.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I had seen things on Facebook. I'd seen updates. And so, yeah, I was like, oh, I still kind of know him, but, you know, hadn't talked in a long time.
Yep.
But anyway, so then we did start communicating. When he reached out about doing the project, I wasn't as surprised at that point because we had been talking for a little while.
Yeah, 2 years. 2 years. I waited a hot minute.
Yeah.
What's the best cereal?
Honey Bunches of Oats.
That's a very odd choice.
Really? I love Honey Bunches.
It's just such a specific. I mean, I like Honey Bunches of Oats. I'm not gonna shit on Honey Bunches of Oats, but you were like so instant, like that's the one.
I don't know. That's just like the only one I eat.
Okay. I don't know. I cycle between like Lucky Charms and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The nasty kill yourself cereals. Because I'm like, if I'm eating cereal, I might as well go. I might as well just go for it. If I'm eating cereal, I'm already eating too many carbs. Let's just full send it. We're getting closer to the end. Whew. Final countdown. You guys left a lot of questions, by the way. Thank you. Was Brittany surprised to find that you have 2 children?
No, I think I kind of knew that you had at least one, you know?
Yeah.
From Facebook.
It's kind of what people do.
Yeah.
It's a pretty common thing. Is Mrs. Skeem going to meet Brittany? Well, especially if Brittany comes to our house, she will.
Yeah, then we will meet each other.
But there's not been like a planned meeting at this point. But yeah, if she comes here, she's definitely gonna spend some time. Do you know what Slat Fight Championship is?
Who, me or you?
I know what it is. Do you know what it is?
No.
So, grown giant men slap each other very organized way until, like, after 10 slaps, if one of them passes out, or just who had the best slaps. It's a whole thing.
All right. Sounds healthy.
It's brutal and hilarious and wonderful. You just there's a bunch of rules on how you can slap.
Is it on the hand?
Yeah, you're not allowed to use like this. It's slap in the face. Like
Oh, you slap on the face.
yeah, and these are giant dudes. Just
You know what? I think I have seen that.
oh, it's great.
I think I have seen some clips of that.
It's wonderful. It's absolutely ridiculous and hilarious. Would you slap Skeem for $5?
If he agreed to it.
What about for $10? Because that's the next question.
If he agreed to it.
There you go. I'd probably be like, as long as I get the money, some of the money, I don't care.
All the money?
At least half.
Some of them. We split the money.
At least half. So you gotta at least do $10. I need at least $5 out of that. So
okay.
You gotta at least do $10, and then
you wouldn't settle for $250?
I think. I mean, I don't know how hard you slap. It's like some people like really light slaps. You might have like all this pent up energy. I might find out that you finally listened to the diss track right before the slap. And you just have this slap of a 1,000 suns on my face for $2.50. I don't want that.
Thunderclap.
At least $5.
Well, yeah. Who's to say?
What's at the top of your bucket list?
You go first.
Going to Japan.
I was thinking that actually. I was like, that's kind of a big one.
Literally at the top of my bucket
Japan.
list. Yeah.
Maybe going to Japan, going to Greece.
The reason I laughed, if you guys don't know, is because she's going to Japan in a week. In my bucket list.
Yeah, it's definitely on there.
Yeah.
It's high on.
Well, you're checking it off.
Lucky enough I get to do that.
Yeah, lucky you. Rage worth of envy from me.
Just raging.
Do you eat soup or drink it?
Slurp.
Ugh, what a word. Slurp. I don't know. I eat the soup and then I drink the broth that's left over.
I'd say that's.
And now if it's a completely liquid soup, I'd say that I don't know, slurping. I guess that's accurate. If it's a fully liquid soup, that you slurp it. What's the strangest purchase you've made? Shathia, thank you for the bits cheer. Let's go for the goal. I'll add it manually later. Thank you. All right, so what is the weirdest purchase you've made, Brittany?
I think I've probably made quite a few weird purchases. But one that is coming to mind because it was pointed out to me was I bought a dog bed at Home Depot just because it was like $11 and dog beds are usually way more expensive.
You don't have a
that.
dog, do you?
I don't have a dog.
Okay.
So when I did get home and I was living with roommates at the time, they told me that was really strange. That I bought the dog bed.
That is very strange. What were you planning on doing with the dog bed?
Sitting on it.
You bought it for a chair.
Well, it was comfy. Yeah, it was just like this little dog bed. Well, kind of it was a big dog bed. It was really soft and it was really cheap.
The bitch jokes write themselves, you know.
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying.
Careful.
I'm just saying. You bought yourself a dog bed to sit in.
And then I ended up, you know what? Those same roommates ended up sitting on it all the time.
They all liked the dog bed.
I think I left it with them.
Wow.
So who's the bitch now?
Them?
Yeah. Yep.
Brittany just changed her slap question answer after that.
Yeah, now I'll do it even.
Consent not required.
Even for free. No.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm supposed to answer. What's the strangest purchase I've made?
Yeah.
I don't know. I always buy stuff that has to do with like music and stuff. My strangest stuff is bought by the community for me that I have in my house. Like all the strangest stuff I have, someone
Like
else
what?
bought for me. Blowjob robots, mainly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a
Blowjob and
strange
handjob
one.
robots. I've got 2 blowjob robots and a handjob robot. I've bought none of them. So
So yeah, that can't quite count.
no. So it's like the weirdest
didn't
shit I
buy
have,
it.
I didn't buy. $500 mic, that's not weird. That's a good thing to have.
Yeah, that's not too weird. That's a great
So what's the
purchase.
weirdest purchase I've made? I still use the $500 mic. What are you talking about? I use it all the time.
Maybe he was talking about the robots.
Oh, yeah, I don't use those. I mean, we're not going down that road. Weirdest purchase. I'm looking around my thing to see like what weird things do I have. I don't know. I feel like I buy stuff that you would expect someone like me to buy, like video game memorabilia and stuff that I can make money off of as we scheme. I bet I have some weird.
Oh, your wife has an idea.
My gold suit, did I buy that or did Tyler buy that for me? Well, there's a gold one-piece suit that I have, so I'll just assume I bought that. It's like a morph suit, but it's
Thank
gold.
you for the tip.
Finn with $10. What's your opinion on cats? Yes, I paid $10 for this question. We're gonna say that the gold morph suit's my weirdest thing. All right, what's your opinion on cats, Brittany?
I like them. I have never had a relationship to a cat. So, I'm more of a dog person. But
I'm a dog
I have
person.
nothing against them.
I owned a cat. I'm very indifferent and apathetic to cats. I like dogs.
Yeah.
Do you like pineapple on pizza?
Yeah, I do.
Gross.
What?
I don't like pineapple on pizza. I've never had
I
it.
really-
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people are like philosophically against it. I am willing to have good pineapple pizza. I've just never been introduced to it. Because conceptually it makes sense. Salty and sweet. It makes sense. It's supposed to work. But I have never had it taste good. So I cannot co-sign it until I eat one that tastes good.
That's fair.
I feel like if I had actual Hawaiian pineapple on a pizza, because that's a fully different type of pineapple in my experience, I might like it. And if it was sliced really thin, like I could see it happening. But
Right.
so I don't rule out the concept, but I've never eaten a good pineapple pizza.
All right.
What pineapple pizza do you have
to
that's
each
good?
their own.
Do you just like all of them? Every pineapple pizza
I
you've ever
kind of
seen?
do, yeah. I just
You're
just
like,
always
"Let's
like it.
go." It's fine. It's not for me. Is Mute Boy cute? This question is for Skeem only. I've never seen Mute
thank
Boy,
God.
but I assume he's ugly. Super ugly. I think Brittany. Yeah, you're real ugly, Mute Boy. The ugliest. L plus ratio. If you were so
Well, I didn't say anything.
if you were so good looking, your name would be Cute Boy, but it's Mute Boy. So stolen joke. Okay, Skeem, how do you keep doing what you doing without eventually snapping? I don't know what you're talking about, but in life in general, I feel like I snapped a long time ago and we're just on the other side of the snap. Like we're just rolling with it.
You just made it through.
Yeah, this is the other side of the snap. Because no one paid to silence him, Mrs. Skeem. Surprisingly enough, Squeakerton actually paid so he'd be allowed to speak. Brittany, what princess costume was the worst to wear?
Oh. Any of the ones that have like the big hoop skirts, like Cinderella, Belle, Yeah, Beauty and the Beast.
What made those
Rapunzel did
hard?
not have that.
What-
Rapunzel was a nice kind of just easy flat dress.
What makes the hoop skirts hard?
Oh, because you got to drive.
Oh.
You got to drive in this.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. It's hard to, and it's even hard to walk in.
Kilza wants to know, will Bring Me to Life happen? The cover of Bring Me to Life.
Oh my god. We could really do that. That's a cool one.
That would probably be work with our voices.
Yeah. Maybe for karaoke.
And Kilza also wants to know, do you know who I am? I don't think we've talked about Kilza too much. He's Daddy of the Year. He's the top contributor of the year.
I've heard that. I've heard Daddy of the Year.
And he's the one, he's 99% of the reason I got a tattoo on my ass. He was the one that forced that upon me. So you do know
Wow.
of Kilzo at this point.
He's an influential.
And I did tell you he was the one that wanted us to cover that song earlier.
Bring Me to Life.
Yep.
Yeah, I loved Evanescence. I can never think of things
There's
on the
another
spot.
inspiration, yeah.
I loved Evanescence and Paramore. Those were two at the time too.
And the
when I was younger.
last question, before we do some nice little farewells to the chat here, is Brittany, how does it feel to be on a live stream?
I'm having a good time.
Well,
Yeah,
because you got
I
at
was
least
a live
one more
stream
coming.
virgin before this, and now I'm not.
Now you're not. And you have at least one more stream with this weirdo cult coming, because they hit
I know.
they hit the tier. So whenever we're done with the album, we'll listen to the whole thing with them a couple months before it releases. Talk about it in this format. So that's all the questions. I told Brittany we would keep it to around 90 minutes, and that's where we're at. So this is your final chance to say anything and say farewell, chat, for those of you who have stuck
Say
around.
what you need to say.
Say what you need to say.
Say what you need to say.
Yeah, 90 minutes. That's what you got. Bye, Skeem. Thanks, Vort. Jeez. Love you too. Tomorrow, our first single drops technically in like a few hours. You can start listening to it on Spotify, and there'll be a little video for it on YouTube sometime around noon Eastern Standard Time. Cover of Hello Goodbye Here in Your Arms. And get hyped. Please share it. Help me share all of the crap around our stuff so that we can keep doing this awesome stuff. And we'll see you every night. Hopefully get to this goal. And then maybe, in the future, if we get to this goal before the end of the month, we'll do another stream, except instead of in a box up here, she'll just be sitting next to me. And we can have a whole party. Any words of farewell to the weirdo cult from you, Brittany?
Thanks for having me. And I was warned by everyone a lot, but it stayed pretty tame.
A few
say.
wild moments, but I feel like
A few rogue moments,
I
but
feel like everyone was trying to be on their best behavior. It looked like, and
I think so.
I didn't tell them to be, but
Yeah.
Hey, we'll see what happens on the next one. They might feel more comfortable.
Maybe.
Mute Boy's playing the long game. All right, guys. We will be seeing you around. You'll see more of us. Have a good night. Stay cute. Goodbye.